The Avs just made the second best team in the Pacific look like nothing particularly special. Does not bode well for everyone not named the Avs in the playoffs. Avs win over the LA Kings 3-0.
Alex Newhook!
Oh boy.
Whoa!
I want to tell you that this game was routine, and for a large part of it, it really was, but they also got a shutout in this game. So are we calling shutouts routine now? Are the Avs that good? Or is this just a really great game? This game never felt particularly close, but it could have been a full-on blowout, as the Avs did hit 2 posts early on as well. Could have been 5-6-0. Instead, they'll settle for 3-0, I guess. And the thing is, this game was played much more at LA's pace than it was Colorado's. Final shots were just 27-23. It wasn't an all-out offensive war or anything like that, but the Avs just handled their business. And the Avs have absolutely entered a time of the year where there is definitely load management going on. Their time on ice leader for forwards in this game was Val Nichushkin, and that's not to take anything away from Val. He played a great game, but it's not the Nathan MacKinnons and Mikko Rantons of the world really chugging the heavy load. In fact, Nathan MacKinnon played under 20 minutes in this game. And while you still do have the top pairing of the D playing quite a bit, adding Josh Manson to the mix, at least one game in, certainly seems like he's going to help with that load. And the key point to this one was the special teams worked. The Avs killed all 4 penalties they took, and obviously, more importantly, we're 2 for 2 on the power play. When the Avs are winning the special teams battles, no one is going to beat them. Full stop, solid. The first one comes from the aforementioned Val Nichushkin. After an initial quality chance from Mikko that gets saved, the Avs cycle quite well as Nichushkin is there to collect the rebound and get it back out high to MacKinnon. And you'll notice after getting into MacKinnon, Val goes right to the middle of the ice, as does Kadri. So you still have Taves as an option on this power play, but they put 2 forwards to the middle, and they're not using them as bumpers, but they do kind of use it as a distraction here, with Kadri being the one drawing attention. This opens up firstly a lane for MacKinnon to go down low to Mikko, and once it's down there, the one everyone's worried about is Kadri, as Val has beaten the high man to cut in as the second man in deep towards the net, and you have to respect the Avs defense and Taves back there. So Mikko then just does crazy moose stuff and makes an impossible pass that no one else can make. As Val beats his man, he beats the man in the lane, and then it's a free goal. Honestly, I don't think a ton has changed of the Avs power play since a couple of weeks ago. It's just that the plays are clicking a little bit better and the puck is going in. It's kind of the way special teams go at times. They're hot right now and they're taking advantage. The game just kind of moved along. Shots were 10-8 in the first and just 10-5 in the second. Just not a ton going on, and the Avs capitalizing on the chances they did get. It was just 1-0 right down to the end of the second period, but a late power play pretty much puts the Avs in the driver's seat of this one. Say whatever you want about the Avs power play, but Nathan MacKinnon is a zone entry machine. He just does it seemingly every single time, and the Avs get set up quite often because of it. There's nothing too special initially in the zone entry after that, but you'll see no bumper, or at least less of a high bumper. They're working the forwards a bit deeper, opens up this seam pass. In this case, it's Mikko to Val, and while that doesn't come to anything directly on this play, it gets the Kings running around. Now they're chasing a little bit. It opens up room for Makar to work out high. He gets down in deep and gets a shot off cleanly to the net, and suddenly that bumper, who is now a net front-ish player, JT Compher, has a completely free stick to get a perfect tip on this one, and it's 2-0. You're starting to see them run a lot of functional plays that work a lot better, in my opinion, than the bumper stuff they were doing about a month ago. So the bumper is something you'll likely see again this year. It's something they'll bring back and rotate in, but it's great to see that they have multiple options in the power play and multiple ways they can go about giving multiple looks to other teams. Now, everything isn't quite so predictable from the Avs on the power play. The third period started with one crucial penalty kill to keep the score 2-0, and then we're finally starting to see the real Mikko Rantanen again as he puts this game away. I don't know, man. Plays like this just feels like the Avs are just better than you. You don't have a ton to say. You try to get it up the ice. It's a great read and pickoff by Mikko to get it going the correct way, and then he gives it off to Burakovsky after gaining the zone. They've created a 3-on-2 within a matter of a couple seconds from one decent neutral zone play, and with MacKinnon crashing the net, they have to respect it. Burakovsky Everyone expects him to shoot. He doesn't. He goes back to Mikko on the side as he gets the commit to McKinnon from both players, really. And Mikko, we all know how good he is from this spot when he wants to shoot it, and he just beats quick. Honestly, I would be terrified of Mikko Rantanen if you're someone looking at playing the Avs in the playoffs, because these last couple of games has very definitively showed that he has another gear. When he wants to turn it up, he can and will beat you. Incredibly encouraging for Avs fans, terrifying for everyone else. It just feels like the Avs have so many weapons, and it feels like they haven't really had the chance to open it up and go 100% very much this year. They probably don't want to all that often, but come playoff time, they're going to have to find that knob, and I think players like Mikko will. For a second, it did look like Kemper was going to lose the shutout as the Kings scored a goal that probably wouldn't have affected the outcome in the third period, but even that was determined to be clearly offside, and the Avs get to keep the 0 on the board. That was easy. This is like the shortest review of the year. Kemper played very well, did not have to get stressed that much. I thought the Avs defense, particularly Josh Manson, played extremely well in front of him. For a guy who's played one game with the Avs, his impact is already being felt, making Joe Sakic look real smart right now. We'll end it there. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and I don't think the Avs are done yet when it comes to the trade deadline.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate the dog and Gabe the big. The fun isn't over yet, it is Avalanche time.